Hello, this is Patrick. I just got back from my walk with Max, and I douse I shouldn't do my regular walk today. So people are a little off. So be careful today. Don't don't provoke. Don't start anything with anyone. And my dreams last night. It's like stuff when I was a kid. I don't know what it was about, but I think it's we have that kind of day, and where I live, it's beautiful. We The whole county voted for Biden. I'm in the middle of nowhere. It's actually we have this town that's completely like New York, L.A. Everybody moved there, and they're insufferable. But that's where the supermarkets are. We have quite a few supermarkets in this little town, and there's a lot of money in the town. But I live outside of it, and everything outside is Trump country. And the other town that's about 35, 40 miles the other way, it's Trump town. And then everything around us going towards these other communities are all Trump. And it's just this one high density, and the houses are very expensive. So we made them expensive for them so they feel at home in LA or New York. uh, I did, somebody asked why didn't you go by state and douse it? And I have done that, and it's very similar to NFL football games of the last couple of years. It's almost impossible to predict. The corruption is so high, and the decision is almost made like every day they change their own mind. So about this election, it was a couple more states than I anticipated. I said a few states would be delayed the next day. You go to bed, and I went to bed last night, and just like everyone else, I said, "Oh, those states will be Trump in the morning," and they weren't. The government officials went in there and put a stop to the account. I think Georgia, they said, "Oh, we had a water pipe break." I don't think so. You don't stop the counting a president of the United States election because of a water. You move everything, you do what it takes to do it, and you finish the count. So all these states happen to be trending towards Trump, and they're critical to his victory. So that's been delayed. I think it's going to be resolved pretty soon. It's a delay. And I don't know if this is what I was talking about a couple years ago when I said the election would be delayed. This could be the delay. It's a mafia that's doing this, the mafia, and they're doing everything they can. I also said about a week ago I thought it would go to the Supreme Court. It looks like it might go to the Supreme Court, or you have to send in Navy SEAL Team 6 to the Attorney General of Pennsylvania, who said no way would this state go to Trump, and he's like he has a decent lead in Pennsylvania, and they don't have enough fake votes to overcome it, so they just stopped it, and they stopped it everywhere. And this might be the plan to create chaos. So just understand this is all part of the plan. We're standing in a civil war, and Trump will prevail. Let me see. I had to alter my walk today, which is strange because I usually douse if it's safe to walk in certain locations. And I think like Biden type people might have been waiting for me in the park. So I just changed it. Spirit tells me don't go to the park today, back. It wasn't going to be bad. They do little harassment things. And I do have some bad stuff close to my house, but that will be resolved too. Everything's connected. This is My little issues are connected to national issues, and national is cosmic and spiritual issues. The little wheels are connecting like that. And I always so on the 14th, Trump will prevail. And that's when all the states elect their electors. And every state has selected Democrat or Republican or whatever. And then the next date is January 6th, when they all show up in Congress. And it could be the House. But anyway, I think it's a joint session, if I'm not mistaken. And the electors go up and say, I'm for Trump, Nebraska for Trump. And then, you know, like 4 or 5 guys from Nebraska will vote for Trump. And so that goes through. And then I think he will do some major reform. It's really important. As you know, if he didn't win, he was almost dead. They were going to just kill his whole family, wipe out his business. I mean, the stakes were really, really high. And let's see. Is Trump? Let's go to one. This is my first dowsing of the day. I'm usually on. Okay. What is a probability Trump will prevail and be president in the second term? Oh, slow down a little bit. Don't do that. It's 100%. He'll prevail. Is there going to be election reforms after this? Election reforms. Is there going to be election reforms? Yes, 100%. And they have technologies to do one man, one vote, but no one wants to do it because the political machines of these big cities, if you remember Richard Daley and Tammany Hall or whatever, you know, those machines are still alive. They never, you know, there's so much money involved in these cities. They're little countries, and it's totally corrupt. And the people, you know, how are the people of Detroit voting for this machine all the time? You know, and their city is very, it needs help. And there's a lot of cities like that. They're just like bombed out. And they could be made into beautiful cities. The people are beautiful. They can create what they want. But they have to have an opportunity. And the machines have to be defeated some way. And they have technology now where, you know, they have your iris, your eye scan, or your thumbprint on the ID. You got your state ID cards with your photo, and they just have to get over this photo thing as suppressing you, because the minorities have photo IDs. I haven't met anyone who doesn't have an ID. You have to do it to cash a check, not anymore, but you need photo ID to identify yourself in this, and it's just the way the world went, and that's all I wanted to say. So here's my prayer, right? And then I'm going to go to, I am going to go to history, and we're going to go to, I'm on Fox, and I'm going to spray the map, and it shows, they stole Wisconsin, by the way. I doubt that was Trump. He did win it, but they're taking it, and they're taking Nevada. He won Nevada. So a lot of these states he lost, he actually won them. But there's nothing we can do about it. Let's just grab this victory. And I don't know what the House and Senate are doing. We've got to pray also for the Senate, at least minimum, goes to Trump at a minimum, because he won't be able to govern with 2 houses in opposition. And they'll just, you know, do more investigations. And the country is tired. It's very, very dangerous right now. So this is the prayer. Here's my holy water, and I'm just spraying it on the country. Total truth. Christ's light all over. Bless Trump and his family and the election. Bless this election. Clean this election. Let everyone see the corruption. This is the most corruption ever. Even by the network said, well, you can't be president unless we announce it. They're nobody. They're not in the Constitution. They're not a part of the process. But they're trying to claim they're part of the process. Let me just wipe this clean in holy water. And this is a map of the United States, the political map. And let all Christ's light and Christ's love, everybody be at peace. And let us go forward and see the truth and fix and do solutions. And allow Trump to... it's amazing they went for 6 states, is it? 1, 2, 3. I got 3 states still to go. Maybe they can go back and count Wisconsin, but I think the fraud was just overwhelming, and that's what I get. You want to know how much fraud? I don't want to go there, all right? And then I looked at Oregon, Washington, and California, and you can see land-wise, it's just like the rest of the country. For example, like Portland, there's only little tiny Democrat areas, just little tiny, and the whole state is for, all the other counties are for Trump. And Washington State was that way, and California is not so much that way, but it was those two states in particular, Seattle, as go these big cities, these big metropolitan areas where they have these political machines where everybody gets, $150,000 jobs with, with a BA in history or something. This is really, really, we need reform. And I'm kind of surprised we weren't, or Trump didn't do it. He tried, and they stopped him from doing reform in his first term, but maybe in his second term he could do reform. And we might have to consider, libertarians don't like it, but it might be the only solution, because you just can't have truckloads of absentee ballots show up and no one cares, and they're all looking the other way. They can't stop the count, and the Supreme Court has to sit up. So it's going to come down to Roberts, and Roberts is a traitor. He hates Trump, so that's an issue. But I think with Amy Barrett there personally in the same room, she may call him out. They sit at a table and they talk over the cases, and she might say, no, the law is nothing after November 3rd is a ballot. You just can't have ballots show up. And that's what he's doing. And okay, so I'm gonna say a blessing also for myself. When I go off, I'm gonna say another prayer, and I wish you all to do the same. It makes a difference. It really makes a difference. If you don't do it, it means you don't care, and the universe doesn't care. And we'll all go down timeline number 1, which is, Mad Max. So let's speed up the delay, shorten the delay, have the delay stop. All right? And let the truth come out. Amen. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. And